left my bag on the plane with all my camera gear, and I was waiting for like a message or an email from them say we've got it. I didn't get any. It's been like 4.5 hours, so I'm back at the airport to see where it is and what's going on. So fingers crossed. There you go. Nice. Fucking hell, good.
That's a lot of shit to put on some motorbikes, eh?
450 is going to handle all of that.
Alright, we made it to Santiago. All the bags here, except one that I left on the plane. Alright, bag has been located and I'm just waiting for one of the guys to come and bring it out.
I need your name and your signature, please.
Okay. Okay, muchas gracias, amigo.
Don't worry, bye.
Thank you. Thank God for that. Okay, now we can focus on getting bikes sorted. First stop, Motomania. They advertise a couple of second-hand CFMOTOs because that means we can get the Padron straight away and get going, but they've only got new bikes here, so we're going to call it a day and then try again tomorrow. Alright, day 2, bike buying day.
Bike shopping!
Bike shopping, let's go. So we just walked 8.5 k's. It was a nice morning walk. Good to see a bit of Santiago. We're walking to a tour operator shop, and turns out it's not a shop.
It's his house.
It's his house. So yeah.
Santiago is lovely though. Dreaming you could handle a machine like this. Probably a bit much for this little boy. We're about 2 hours north of the end of the map in Santiago, Chile. Now our intention was to buy new motorbikes as it took out a lot of the uncertainty of the second-hand market. But it's sounding like to establish the initial registration of a new bike can take up to 40 days. And without that, we can't cross over into Argentina. So we're weighing up whether or not we can explore Patagonia as much as we'd desire, staying on the Chilean side, or whether or not it's worth trying to get different bikes that would allow us to cross over. If we were to stay on the Chilean side, we could see Pucón, Puerto Montt, head all down the Carretera Austral, all the way down to Villa O'Higgins. At that point, that's where we come into problems. Like, we could cross over into Argentina with properly registered bikes, or we could continue to explore Chile.
Yeah.
Now, the paperwork could come through whilst we're on the trip, and it's like an email registration, so we get it. However, we could get 3 weeks down the track and then be stuck. If we were to get stuck, we could then potentially continue down Chile, maybe get a ferry and miss out a section of the ride, hoping the paperwork eventually comes through. If it doesn't, it massively limits us and chews up all of our time.
New bikes are looking at 45 days and up to 60 days.
Yeah.
Or some people have said more. But that guy, one guy said the KLR 650s, he reckons 3 weeks. So
people selling the bikes are more optimistic.
Yeah.
People who have done it before are selling us, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's just whether or not we chew up the time and spend it exploring Chile properly, having a good look.
Yeah.
Or we take the risk, get second-hand bikes, go through the rigmarole of negotiating, inspecting, searching for different bikes.
Yeah.
Only see Chile. If we can't do that, then we're looking at different ages, different kilometers, different manufacturers.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking pain in the ass going around trying them all out.
How many steps did we do? How many did you do?
25,600 steps so far.
Right, day 2 of looking for bikes. We are at another used dealership. They had a BMW 800 that looked a lot better in the pictures than it did in person, and they're not really prepared to sign over the documents to give us what we need to cross the border, so we got out of there pretty quick. And we're on the next dealer. He's got a Tenere, probably some other bikes, and then we've got Kawasaki after that. We've got the KLRs. He reckons he can do in 3 weeks, brand new. So there's some options. We've definitely got options, but the amount of money we're spending on bikes seems to be rising to get it done quicker. So we'll have some answers today, hopefully. 5,000 feet. Righto, so we're back at Motomania, where they only had new bikes. They had no second-hand bikes when we first came here, but we've gone with the decision to buy new bikes.
Under the promise that he can pull some strings in the registration, which will allow us to get the patron to leave the country and cross the border in potentially 15 days instead of 60.
So we sent the money, we get our rut today or tomorrow, then the documents can be processed, and we should, if that all works out by tomorrow, we should have the bikes in towards the end of next week.
But as it stands, we are 21 grand down and we are waiting for an Uber. Buenas tardes. Escoto recibo. We've received it.
Received the rut. Okay, so the dealers received the rut. Now payment should be in by 3 o'clock today, and then we're all go. We're good to. What's happening? We've got about a week until the bikes are ready, so we're going to head to the coast and check it out.
There's the
Oh, it is really cool. Fucking. Well, hang on. What about the red line?
Yeah, he's gonna have to fucking pull it up and pull it out of the way in a minute.
There's just graffiti everywhere and no one around, and everything's boarded up.
Valparaiso's architecture is genuinely magnificent. It looks as extravagant as it is because it was once a booming international port full of European wealth. The city crashed after the Panama Canal opened. Terrain is hard to maintain, and the politics and disasters have kept the streets in, well, as you can see, relatively rough shape.
So our bikes are going to be another week, just waiting on documentation and stuff. So we've made the call to leave Santiago, and we're going on a little expedition. Where are we going, Ben?
Cusco, SalkantayTrek.
Wanted to share my tuna selection for today. Fanny tuna. Turns out, I think that might mean grated or something. Grated the atun, because that's what it looks like. That's pretty fucking shit. made it to the top of the Salkantay Pass. Elevation is 4649 by my watch. Pretty spectacular view. The altitudes, it's pretty, yeah, it gets you, but it's not too bad. Those coke leaves really help a lot. I was not feeling that great this morning, but yeah, pretty steep little incline ascent there. 760 meters this morning, and it's all downhill from here, so should be a cruisy one. Coffee jungle. It's everywhere. All coffee trees. Bloody crazy. We finished the trek and received the call that the bikes are ready. So we jumped on the next flight back to Santiago. Ready to go? Finally, it's about time. Next time on Ride the Now, you'll see us doing what we came here for, riding Patagonia.